All right, Dave, I wanted to show you what I've got so far. This is just kind of a way for me to confirm the design that I'm going to be building for you in the board. Let me show you what all the parts are here, what the purpose is. I've got my power supply here. It's set to 8 volts based on what I saw in your meter reading. I've got my meter set up here to confirm everything. This breadboard here is just providing the voltage divider that reduces the voltage down to 3.3 volts and connects to the GPIO pin on the ESP32. This is the bare bones ESP32 that I was showing you guys that I use in doing this design work. This board here is just the board I've done in the past, and all it's doing in this case is just providing 3.3 volt to power the ESP using the same power supply that the voltage I'm going to be monitoring. It kind of represents the battery on your motorcycle. And then I have a serial output connected here to the ESP32 so I can see what's going on with it and show me the actual reading from the analog to digital connection. This is the program I've got written so far with Bluetooth connectivity. Based on what I saw from your video, I think it's best that I monitor based using an analog to digital connection rather than just whether a pin is high or low, 3.3 volts, high or low, because the voltage, it looks like the voltage is going to vary from 0 to 12. Potentially it's not even making it to 12 based on what I saw in your video. So I'm using the analog signal to actually determine whether or not we have an active voltage on the turn signal. And then the phone here, let me get that password entered in. So the phone here, I'm using something called Light Blue. This allows me to troubleshoot Bluetooth communication with the ESP32 or any other Bluetooth device. And so the ESP is running now and advertising a Bluetooth connection called Sigmon. What I'll do is I'll show you kind of what happens when the iPhone app connects and confirm and how I'm confirming that I'm able to monitor an active voltage on that pin. And so I'll connect to this guy. You can see it's hard to do without looking at it. So this is my serial output. It's waiting for a Bluetooth client to connect. I'll click on this connect. I'll click on this guy here. It'll connect. As soon as it connects, it starts sending over in Bluetooth the ADC reading from the ESP32. The reading on the left there is going to be the raw data coming from the ADC connection. The reading on the right of the comma is going to be the average connection. And I've got to play with that some more to get it more consistent. But anyway, as part of the Bluetooth connection, I've got two characteristics, which essentially is two control points or monitoring points, wherever we need to use them for. I can add more if I need to, but I'll click on this guy. Right now there's no value, and let's see, I think I need to listen. And when I connect this guy here, we should see, let me show you this. So this is, just so you, I just actually bumped up against it. So this is showing 8 volts here. So this would simulate the lead coming from your turn signal. So I'll connect it, and you can see now we have a reading. They're all reading on the left, the average reading on the right, and then this guy here, I actually bumped up against the wire here a little bit, so it's sending over the on, kind of an on and off. But then when it turns off, you'll see the hex value, which represents a 0 coming over, and then I'll connect it back. And you see the 31 that represents a 1 coming over, meaning that there's voltage there. And again, I'm not sending the actual voltage over to the Bluetooth device. It's like a switch. 1 means there's voltage, 0 means there's not. And so There's not voltage, there is voltage, there's not voltage, there is voltage. And then this thing is pretty sensitive. You know, I'm barely touching it, barely touching it, and it's coming over. Sorry about the camera work there. So anyway, that's what I've got so far. Next step is just to put this circuit into a diagram. I'm going to be using dip trace. Let me know if that's okay. I use dip trace or eagle, whichever one the customer prefers. But I'll get the design started in dip trace, and I'll kind of bounce back and forth between the design and the breadboarding here, just to confirm things are working. And at some point, probably either just before or after Christmas, I'll start working on the iPhone app. That to start getting that figured out, to play a sound and to take priority over anything that's playing on an iPhone. That'll be the tough part for me. But anyway, this is what I've got so far. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat, Upwork, or I'll be glad to take a call and answer any questions directly. So hope this makes sense, and I hope it head in the right direction. Just let me know. Thank you, Dave.